Welcome, football fans. We are live. Today is December 16th, 2023, in week 15 of this beautiful season of this awesome sport we call football. Joining me today, well, you know what? Before we even get into that, I want to say something. I want to apologize to everyone out there who may have had the slightest bit of faith in me and belief in me when it came to fantasy football. If you happen to have listened to any of my advice at all this season, especially last week when I told you to sit Cooper Kupp, and you lost your fantasy league because you listened to me and put Cooper Kupp on the bench as I did, I apologize to you. I want to send that out. So with that said, I actually brought on some professionals. The four, and I did say four gentlemen who are joining me today are all in the same league with me, and all of them are in the playoffs. And with that, I had to bring in a special guest, the guy who won our regular season this year, who is in number one. I would like to welcome the crew from the hip today. And we're going to start with Justin, who came in second in the league, Justin Rodriguez. Corey, who is an asshole for ousting me out of the playoffs. Sending me to the Constellation Bowl. Tyler, who I will not call him Papa Spank Daddy, no matter what the hell he wrote on there.
Just one time, baby. Just say it one time.
Nope, not saying it. Not saying it.
He'll screw up and say it.
He came in number one and won our league, so I figured he had to come on to the show this week. And of course, Mo from One Mo Show, who leapfrogged me because of my loss to Corey to jump into the playoffs.
Beautiful.
Fuck you too, Mo.
Yeah, glorious.
So, Tyler, I'll give you a quick moment since you are the guest. Tyler, you can have a quick moment of gloat if you'd like. By all means, you deserve it.
I appreciate it. I mean, this has been I've been doing this league for 3-4 years now, and it's been a rough road. First started, did pretty well. Now I'm here back in the playoffs in the league. If for you viewers to know, I am the one and only trash cans because I'm normally pretty garbage. But this time, number one in the league, going to the playoffs with my bye. I'm going for the Super Bowl. I'm going for it all. I'm going for a ring, baby. I'm going to get it. I'm going to make Anthony look stupid. I'm going to make Corey look stupid. I'm going to make Justin look better than he ever has looked. And Mo, I don't know you personally, so I'm not going to talk too much shit. Okay. You can get bodied.
All
right.
All right. Well, obviously, I already look like
this was a bad idea.
Constellation Bowl anyway.
This was a real bad idea.
That's okay. Constellation Bowl to the record. I'm going to end up, I'm winning that shit.
Okay, sure.
But so we are in week 15. Okay. And there's been a lot of shakeup and a lot of things going on. Let me show everybody at home the where we stand right now when it comes to this
beautiful
playoff tree. Okay. The Ravens are right back in at number one.
My pick is coming true.
The Dolphins have fallen out of it and went back down to number 2 where they belong, and probably going to be falling going further. KC's in the slide, but still holding on to number 3. Same as the Jags. The wild card 3 are the ones that are holding it up, which are the Browns, who actually looked pretty good last week, the Steelers, and the Colts. On the NFC side, the 49ers have completely taken over the number 1 spot. There is a new number 2. Hold on, let me say that again. There's a new number 2, y'all.
Oh, shit.
The Cowboys are now at the number 2 spot on top of their division. The Lions, even in a loss, are still holding on to number 3. Because of their win last week, the Bucs have taken over for the Falcons, and with a losing record, they're in at number 4, followed by the Eagles with 5, the Vikings with 6, and the Packers still holding on to the final wild card, even with the loss from last week.
Go, Pack, go.
So Real quick, gentlemen, let's get right into it. Let's talk about this weekend football. Thursday night's game. We had the
beat down.
Beat the dog shit out of the Chargers.
The smackdown.
63-21. I mean, seriously. Now, I didn't even watch the game because I knew it wasn't going to be that great of a game, being the two teams that were playing. But I'm sure that Justin, because he doesn't do shit at work, I'm sure that he was home.
Crazy to say.
And he was watching the game. He was at work watching the game on his phone. Justin,
holy shit!
Yeah, I called him out. Justin, what was your take on this game?
I actually didn't get to watch the game because we have a special block coming out. But I can tell you from what I saw when I did tune into the game, and this is the same thing we've been saying all year long about all these teams that want to go up by 100 at halftime and then give up. He said it best. It's all gas, no brakes. Proving a point, man. He made a statement, and that's exactly what he went out there and executed.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you tell the truth though? You had a WWE match going on at work. That's why you didn't watch the game.
Y'all wild right now.
Hey, well, you know what? That's exactly what Pierce did do. You know, he's one of those guys. He went out. You know, that leads me to a question I have about that. Twice this year, we've seen these type of scores. The Dolphins did it when they scored 70, and now we watch the Raiders score 63 when they didn't need to. By the half, it was like 49-0. I thought the starters should have came out. Everybody should have sat.
No.
Are we looking at something that is scary in the NFL?
No.
No.
You watch the team quit and intentionally try to get their coach up out of there. That's what you saw. That's all to it. They got him the hell out of there.
This one. Called them out on it already.
That fourth and one bullshit, that was just them quitting on their coach, trying to get him out of there. Mission accomplished.
Wow.
I don't agree with that.
Talk to me.
You've seen the Chargers defense. What defense have they had all season? This was just a testament to how bad their defensive coordinator is.
But are they this bad?
They've been
this was like extra bad, bro.
This all season. They've been letting teams who shouldn't even be putting up points on them put up points on them. It's nothing new. What happened was Pierce wanted to make a statement. Remember, he's still not the head coach. He wanted to put up a statement saying, look what I can do with this talent. And it's giving those players some
confidence.
It's giving them some confidence because look at what's been happening to them. How bad were they earlier this season? So he's building the confidence in the team. He's trying to show these players like, hey, I can lead you to a win. Unlike the other coach before me, I can lead you to wins. That's what he's showing. He's showing the organization we can win under me.
Why didn't they try to make a statement against the Chiefs? Why didn't they try to make a statement against the Dolphins? I don't want to. I mean, that's cool and all. That sounds like a wonderful movie, and I would watch it probably on Amazon Prime. But on today, that team, the Chargers team, has been more competitive in past things. Will they lose? Yes, but to get beat 63-21 to the Raiders, no.
That's
I'm not
exactly
going. I'm not going for
that.
that. I'm not going for that.
You gotta look at this. Is the same Raiders team that didn't score a touchdown last week. This is the same Raiders team that got left completely on zero last week.
Yeah, and they were embarrassed last week by not being able to do that. So now they wanted to come out and play with some hunger. They had some fire under their butt because they were embarrassed last week.
You playing a back quarterback?
Any one of us who played sports, if you get beat down the week before, the next week you're going to come out and want to prove something to everybody that you're still relevant. So I don't want to hear that.
And I hear you, and I agree with you on that point. But what scares me about this is I used to be a huge NBA fan, and now with the lack of defense, I almost find it almost hard to watch an NBA game. And now I'm looking at the NFL where this is the second game this season where these stupid points are put out. And this can be done in college because I understand that, but this is the NFL. This is the NFL. I mean, it's almost an insult if you're up by a certain amount of points. If you leave your starting quarterback in, you should be sitting your quarterback. So, I mean, this worries me. That's what I'm saying. I want to just make that point. It worries me. That's what I'm making when it turns out about these type of points. Because at the end of the day, the Raiders aren't going to the playoffs. Chargers are trash anyway. You know, and I agree with Mo. They quit on the team. I think that probably made more sense in that they wanted their coach out, and that's exactly what they got when they wanted it. Which leads me to my next segment here about that. Gentlemen, I would like to take a moment to have a moment of silence for the Chargers. They are out of it, and I don't want to hear about that they're not. They're gone. So with that said, Charger ladies out of it. Gentlemen, thank God the Chargers are out of it. Oh my God, I'm so tired of hearing y'all. Let one of y'all tell me that the sit start next week or anytime is start Eckler one more time, please. All year that's been driving me crazy. So
it's been okay on my league. Like, they've been giving me points.
So the Chargers got what they wanted according to Mo, and they fired Mr. Staley. He's gone. They fired Tim Telesco
and the defensive coordinator.
I think I said his wrong. Yeah, I said his name wrong. Tom Telesco. Both of them are gone. Okay. And they hired the linebacker coach as their interim coach. All right. And their director of player personnel, I believe, his name is JoJo Wooden. They made him the new interim GM. What does this mean going forward for this team? I'll start with you, Corey.
I mean, they really just put the only coach whose section has had any success, and that's been Khalil Mack, who's leading the league in sacks right now. So they just gave the job to him. He's like, "Hey, you're the only one having any success."
That's exactly how you look at it.
It's just it's a new start. I don't think he's going to be the guy for the job. I mean, we'll see how he does. But I think they're going to go and find somebody else in the offseason and try to revamp this team. I think they need to move a couple pieces around if they want some success next year. And they got to work on the injuries, because injuries plague this team every season.
Are they going to blow this team up?
Absolutely.
I'm going to blow the team up? I don't maybe. I mean, they got some good players.
They do. They have great players.
I don't think they're going to – I don't think it's necessarily blowing the team up itself. I think it'll be more on it's going to be more on the actual coaching staff itself. Like, if you're going to see a blow up, you're going to see more on the coaching staff and all of them. That's where your big roundup is, because you got good players. They're playing well. Like, when I mean playing well, the players are good. What I'm saying is getting bad direction. They're getting bad direction from coaches. They're getting bad play calls, and they're not getting – for these bad play calls, they're not going to get the talking to they need to get to. You know what I mean? Like, when the game is over, you lose, you got bodied, whatever. That's when the coaches need to get in there and start tearing some ass, because you're like, you guys are good.
Pause.
Just not
Pause. Pause, Tyler. Pause.
That's what I just think. Like I said, I don't think they're a bad team. I don't think they have good leadership in general. Like, if you're like, they're firing coaches, they're putting in this other one, they're looking for it. It's more higher up than players. That's what I think. I think more of the players they just need better direction.
Well, to add to that,
Justin, I saw you went in a moment. You was about to jump in. Are they going to blow this team up?
Yeah, I believe they're gonna blow this team completely up. I say that because I do put some blame on these players because it's not like this is a young defensive core. Because this is the offense is shaky, but the defense is really what his team is struggling with. So there's a lot of veterans on this defensive squad. Khalil Mack, you got Darwin James, Joey Bosa. You got a lot of veterans on the squad. Yeah,
Derwin got booked.
This is a lot of veterans on the squad who need to grab them young players. But if those veterans are not motivated, then what example you saying for the young players in the league on that team that you want to see succeed? So I think you blow this team up, you get a couple draft picks, you just rebuild completely. I don't see Chargers going anywhere in the near future, and that's crazy to say that because like we said at the beginning of the season, on paper this roster looks nasty. Just motivational wise, they not.
Just playing for paychecks.
I have a question.
Go ahead, real quick, because I was about to ask Mo something, but go ahead.
Do they have a leader? A locker room.
They should. You got a $262 million
but
man.
Is he
supposed to be a leader?
But really, is he? Yeah, he may
have
have the C, but I don't think they have that definitive leader on the team. You know where you can look at other teams, like you look at Kansas City. You know Mahomes is the leader of that team. Everybody has to rally around him. Well, maybe, but I don't.
Herbert don't talk.
He's not vocal.
Okay, so then he shouldn't have that C on his chest. That's the whole point of the C.
But even if you want to take away the offensive side, you got 3 C's I just named. And Darwin James.
That was my next question.
Yeah,
Mo. So my question to Mo is: you look at this roster and you look at them, starting with Herbert, 262. Okay, you go down to a guy like you have Austin Eckler. Okay, then you go to their they have this Pro Bowl wide receiver,
Keenan Allen.
Boy Allen. Okay, you got Mack, you got Bosa, you got all of these guys. It almost looks like a Pro Bowl team. Do they have too many stars and not enough role players?
Ooh. I don't think so. I think you give a competent coach that don't play Madden all day and can coach himself out of a paper bag. I think he can motivate this team to win the games that they should. You give those players, those same exact players, to Andy Reid. You give those players to John Harbaugh, however you say his name. You give those just to competent coaches, they win. If the Steelers had that team, they win. We can just keep going down the line of good coaches who could have just coached that same team. Ain't nothing wrong with some of the players. And it's not like they have more faults than some of the other ones. Matter of fact, they have a better team than a lot of teams that are winning. It's just that coach probably played too much Tecmo Bowl. I don't know. He's ass. Put butt cheeks on the screen because now we on live and I can do it. Put butt cheeks on the screen.
Just straight booty.
But speaking of butt cheeks and speaking of going live, I know it's off topic, but I just happened to check the comments. And just so you guys know, Adam, who's in our league as well, who's got the worst record of our team. He is the true trash can. I just want to shout you out for saying that you're the best player to never win, you said. Because he is trash. I just wanted to shout him out.
Can't take my team name, man. I'm sorry. Trash cans are number 1, baby.
All right. So back to topic, guys. I'm sorry. When I saw that, I had to say something about it. Okay. I want to talk about something. There's an MVP candidate that may not be playing, and that would be Mr. Tyreek Hill.
Oh, shit, yeah.
He hurt his ankle last week. I am going to say this. You guys know that I am a big Dak Prescott fan. I've been rooting for him this entire season. I think he is still within the top 3 for the candidacy of the MVP. Tyreek being one of those guys that's in there with him. And let me tell you something. Off of last week's game that I watched for the Dolphins, I would say that Tyreek earned my vote if the season were to end. And I'll tell you why. You could see the stark difference in that team when he left the game, when he got hurt, and you saw that they didn't know what the hell to do. This is a team that put up 70 points this season. This is a team that has one of the most explosive offenses. But the minute that Tyreek was out of the game, They look like the Jets. And he had to come back in the game. And even though he wasn't playing to the level of that he's accustomed to playing, when he came back in the game, they looked a lot better. So that is the true definition of an MVP to me. And he earned that from me. But with that said, can he really win an MVP if he is hurt for the rest of the season? Okay. And I'm going to start with Mo because I know Mo feels strongly about this because he hates Dakota Prescott.
No, he can't win the MVP. It just sucks that you're talking about a team that was a winning team before he got there, acting like they don't know what to do. You know, but it is what it is. I understand it. He's clearly a leader. He's clearly a firecracker on that team, but he ain't winning no MVP. He can't win it hurt. They couldn't even disrespect the game like that. It looks like Dakota is going to win MVP.
Well, I like that energy. Corey, you're my stat guy. Can he still break that 2,000?
If he's not playing, no, but I mean, he's gonna have to put in some work. For real. Like I said,
mean, that's not a problem.
But it was like 115 for the next 6 games or something like that. Where is he standing now?
For y'all don't know, he's at 1,542. Okay, 1,542 yards.
Yeah.
He needs 458 yards to make that 2,000-yard season.
Let's say he sits out this game, he can come back and do it.
He would need 115 yards per game to top that. He did that 6 times this season already. Exactly. And one of those times he did 112. So if you count the 112, because he was only 3 yards off, that's 7 times this season that he did the 115.
Were the team's ass?
He does that in the first half.
I'll take a look. New York, he had 181. Carolina, 163. 157 against Denver. 215 against the Chargers.
He hit 100 mark in the halftime.
It sounded like he was naming the twerk team just then.
157 against the Reds, the Commanders. I mean, and left he's got the Jets, Dallas, Baltimore, and Buffalo.
Yeah, you said it. The Jets. The Jets are very tough defense.
I don't know about that.
If he doesn't play this game, let's say he sits this game out, right? Then his numbers go down, but he still has 3 weeks left to do it. He would need an average of 153 yards per game.
That ain't happening.
Now, with that, well, hold on.
Bro.
Those stats. He's averaging over that
this year, and one time he did 146. If you count the
Did you hear the teams he was doing that against? He was doing that against the star strippers at the strip club. Those teams were not that good.
Yeah,
it was a bunch of cheats in that I heard. So
okay, so the question is, what's his schedule looking like moving forward?
I just said it. He's got the Jets. They got Dallas,
Ravens, and Bills.
The Ravens and the Bills.
That's not happening.
Right.
Damn.
Jesus.
Damn.
Yeah.
Why don't we just throw Baltimore in there so they got one more tough defense in there? Jesus,
yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll tell you what, if he hits 2,000 with that schedule, bro, come on, give him
undeniable at that point.
Yeah, give him his MVP.
Well, I mean, he did have a big game against Baltimore last year.
We ain't talking last year. This year. You know,
because it looks like, what do you think? The only thing that he's going to probably play well in is what, against the Bills?
Yeah,
no, the Bills actually kind of,
because they bodied the Bills earlier this season.
Bills might be out of it.
No, the Bills bodied them.
Beat them.
The Bills.
We gonna get there later.
I looked at backwards. You're right. Okay.
Y'all know how I feel about that. We're gonna get there later.
Yeah, he had 58 against the Bills.
Okay, I'm looking at this backwards. I'm getting flashbanged by ESPN. Sorry.
Hey, but you know what? I got a question. Without Hill, if Hill doesn't play, can they even beat the Jets? Especially with the way that I almost called him Dak Wilson. With Zach Wilson played last week, finally waking up.
Yeah.
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 You still
Zach
think
Wilson? Zach Wilson woke up for 2 hours. He's gonna go right back to sleep for
3 hours.
weeks.
He had a hell of a game last week. Give him
Don't
some
get me
credit.
started.
Yeah, he's gonna go back to hibernation. We'll see him next year. One game ain't gonna prove nothing to me.
Nope.
Okay. Well, I'm going to defer on that. I'm going to say that without him, now this all if Tyreek doesn't play, because if Tyreek is there, I agree with you. The Dolphins are going to beat the Jets if Tyreek is there. But if Tyreek doesn't play, Jets beat that ass. Anybody else going to join me, or am I going lone wolf?
You going lone wolf over here?
You going low a bit, dog? You going low because Jalen Waddle exists.
When you say beat that ass, do you mean like throw beats at it, or like what? Because there ain't no way you think the Jets just gonna go crazy now.
If Tyreek is not playing, and I just said if Tyreek doesn't play, I'm going to look at that offense that was playing last week when Tyreek left the game. And that offense doesn't do shit against the Jet defense.
You don't think they're going to come in with a better strategy? Because if let's say Hill don't play, let's say he ain't playing, they know he's not playing.
Do anything against the Jets? Waddle's not good enough.
What I'm saying though is this:
A-Chain is questionable.
Well, let's be real.
We're saying this: when Hill got hurt, that threw him for disarray. You know what I mean? They obviously can't think well on their feet. And so that's what happened.
That's the argument right there.
That's what I'm saying. They didn't think well on their feet. They lost when Hill was out. They were like, "Oh fuck, we didn't plan for this at all."
Yeah, we're done.
And then just fell apart. Full breakdown.
Yes.
Now they're going into this next game. They're going, okay, we don't know if Hill's going to play. They want him to play, obviously, but they're going, we got to think of something around Hill
right now.
Like if Hill plays, all right.
Great.
W. We'll call it a day. Deuces. Whatever. But Hill ain't playing. Okay. We got time to plan this. Figure this out. What can we do to do in this? And they can find a way of workaround.
Yes.
That's what I think is going to happen. I think they're going to find a workaround.
Have enough talent without Hill. Hill takes up so much attention of everyone that without Hill, this team has none. Tua doesn't even know what to do. So let me just play this since I'm definitely going lone wolf.
Wait, but
no, but you can't just say a statement like that and not expect a rebuttal. Like I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Lone wolf, you absolutely can.
You can be lone wolf and starve all you want, motherfucker. We're all eating.
I agree with you, Adam. He is a delusional Jets fan, but it's in the comments. But last time they played each other, Waddle did have the most receiving yards, even though Tyreek did play. They both had over 100 yards. I think you're forgetting of another factor. The Raheem Mostert and Devon Achane, they have produced this season in some games. Mostert's looked really good. He's producing. So they're just going to shift their offense to that run, that RPO game style. Because Achane and Mostert have legs, and that'll open up for Waddle.
That's where I'm going. Is that Achane was he's trying to ease back into that offense. He's still hurt. You see it because how he looked in the first 3 games compared to how he looked the last 2 weeks. He hasn't looked the same. But that's Tyreek Hill effect. You put Tyreek Hill in motion, the defense automatically looks at Tyreek Hill, and then everybody else, it opens up the holes for everybody else. Now you go into you looking into what they're gonna do without Tyreek Hill. Now this is where it's groundwork. That's what it's gonna have to be. Is groundwork. Meaning you have to ground and pound. You're gonna have to actually use your tight ends. So once in a while, use them.
Pound against the New York Jets, though. Good luck.
No, but that's where your argument is somewhat validated. But my problem with the Jets is not the defense. The problem with the Jets is that offense. I believe
it is ASSSSS. We know that, Mo.
Okay.
No. But check this out, man. Why y'all arguing with Ant right now? Do y'all remember that playoff stuff that he never corrected? You remember, Justin, you told him to redo
matter of fact,
and he never did that because he never wanted to embarrass himself again. He had the Jets as number 6. I don't want to hear from him right now. I don't want to talk anymore about the Jets.
I'm not talking fantasy no more. I'm talking about just the league, man. Okay? Y'all been hating on the Cowboys. Cowboys aren't first. I was right about that.
Cowboys are easy to hate. Come on.
I hate them, and I hate them. I'm here to do
it.
Does anybody here like the Cowboys? In all honesty,
the chat is going crazy.
I'm just saying. Cowboys are easy to hate. Easy to hate.
Very.
Well, I don't know about all that. Well, hey, you know what? Let me get into the next one. Okay. We got a second MVP candidate that may not play this week, which I think is going to knock him out of the MVP, and that is CJ Stroud. Unfortunately, I think he has offensive rookie of the year locked up. I think that's just pretty much like they already printed his name on the plaque, right? But he's in talks for the MVP because without him, his team looks like shit. Is he gonna? Well, he's not gonna play this week. Is this gonna affect him, Justin?
Affect him in what way? Winning offensive player or winning MVP total?
Oh no, I think he has offensive rookie of the year. I'm talking about the MVP.
Well, and yeah, you guys already know my opinion on that. I don't think a rookie will go into this MVP race the way the league is set up to go ahead and win MVP already. So he was already the lowest one on my level. But like you said, he's the reason why the team's winning. He is outshowed the expectations for the Texans this year. But with him missing a game, he's completely out of that conversation now.
What about you, Corey?
Like I said, it would be really hard for him to win. I think yes, he's getting offensive rookie of the year. He had a shot at offensive player of the year if he would have continued. If he could continue at that pace he was at. And you know where I stand already. Where the two, well, I'm saying if he would have continued 300 game, 300-yard game, 300-yard game, 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns a game, he had a shot at it. But you know where I stand on the MVP right now. It's Dak, Dakota Prescott, or Brock, the man Purdy, and I don't want to hear nothing about that because y'all keep talking. Oh,
Brock,
you got to remember they drafted those players just like Golden State drafted their 3. 49ers drafted both the majority of their players except for CMC. So you can't say nothing about that. Get a man his dudes.
I'm not saying anything about that because I did say that the leading 3 members were Dak, Hill, and I didn't mention him, but that number 3 guy would be Purdy. You know, so I'm not going to sit here and try to say the guy's not having a fantastic year. What I am going to say is a guy who can't win MVP of his own team is not going to win MVP of the league. Okay, because MVP of his own team would be McCaffrey, hands down. Without even being said, it's either going to be McCaffrey or Trent.
Here we go, Lamar in the comments.
Well, Lamar is right there, but you know,
I said this midway. Like we're not gonna get into Lamar, but like we said midway, and then Corey made a good argument with that. Lamar is a game manager now. This part of the season, he's a game manager. The defense is really putting that team over and put them into that number 1 slot.
Our defense and our special teams.
Agreed.
If you put Lamar in, put Trevor Lawrence in.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go.
He's not wrong though. He's not wrong though.
They're right
there
on the level.
Guys,
on the same level.
Guys,
I said Lamar don't belong in there. Remember that.
Guys, question. Do you guys how much faith do you guys have in when it comes to like the betting odds, when it comes to Vegas betting odds and stuff like that? Because these are the people who are putting money on the line for anything.
Right.
I'm looking up the Vegas. It's the NFL MVP odds, Vegas Insider, and it shows the curtain sets. And you guys are saying Lamar, get him out of here. He's not third. He's third on the highest ranking in the odds. It's Brock, Dak, and Lamar are the top 3 to winning MVP. That's the Vegas odds.
That's because they lean very heavily into quarterbacks, but Hill, to my opinion, will pass him, especially if he hits 2,000. Especially if he hits 2,000.
I mean, Hill's in 5th right now because of it. So we'll have to see. I'm not doubting you. I'm just saying right now, odds-wise, he's 5th.
Yeah. But as a Cowboys fan, I'm telling you that I watched the Dolphin game last week, and when I saw Hill come out of the game, and they looked like absolute trash, and then him come back into the game to play more of a decoy and still did a couple nice catches, I said, oh my God, this guy's the MVP. Because without him, the Dolphins would not be where they are. And just to remind people where they are, okay, the Dolphins right now
My
the
Super
numbers
Bowl prediction looks like it's
team.
coming true.
You know, Corey's going to his little delusional. I think sometimes he's been drinking before the show. Supposed to be drinking during the show, Corey, not before. Okay.
Fuck, I'd rather grab a beer.
But let me speak on another guy who, at the beginning of the season, we talked about another MVP, and that's Mahomes. Pat Mahomes, with all the trials and tribulations that he's having this season, he lost another weapon for this week. Thank God it's only for just 1 week. Pacheco just went under the surgery for his shoulder, and he is out for this week. So he's been struggling. We saw the meltdown that he had last week, and he's been struggling so much so that even Travis Kelce, as great as he is, can't lift him up. And he just lost a very productive weapon in Pacheco. Tyler, have you been keeping up with the KC Chiefs?
A little bit. I try to avoid it because my sister loves Taylor Swift, and it's been driving me up a fucking wall. So I pay a little, not a whole.
We absolutely have one rule on From the Hip, which is never to talk bad about Taylor Swift, because
I didn't talk bad.
Because the Swifties are scary and dangerous, and we don't want that smoke.
Oh wow.
Fuck Taylor Swift. No smoke with the Swift, man.
He's entering the witness protection program.
It ain't nothing against her. She can do whatever she wants. That's fine. My problem is it's all over fucking everything. And you can't just focus on the Chiefs anymore without her being involved with it. And I'm just like, no, I want to just learn about the Chiefs. I want to see what's going on with Chiefs. And anytime you try to look anything up or you watch any game, it's a mention per quarter.
When they announce doggone Chiefs games, they tell you if she gonna be there. I don't give a fuck about Taylor Swift. Give me my football.
That's what I'm saying. It's nothing against her. He could have been dating anyone else. Like name another, like a famous singer that's just blowing the fuck up, or any famous individual. He could have been dating anyone, and if they would have been doing it, I would be just as annoyed. And that's what I'm saying. So it's like, yeah, I want to look at them more. Like I want to try to look more into the Chiefs and stuff because they are, it's a phenomenal team, and I want to see what's going on. But then when it's just article of Swift, yep. I'm just like, and shutting down. Whatever. I'll drop this for now. Whenever it blows over, sure. But until then, it's just hard for me to pay attention because I'm tired of just seeing it all the time. It's just the same crap over and over again.
Yeah. Y'all see that comment? Do they draft a receiver or trade for one?
He's gone 3 games without a touchdown. Kelce. Yeah.
You know why? It's
like double teaming him. He can't get open. So I mean, you can't.
By the way, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, guys.
Do they draft or
trade? Gonna make me run for a beer really quick.
I think they trade for one. No. I
don't think they're gonna trade for one though, because that's kind of like the thing they got going on over there. They believe that they don't need to go out and go get nobody to win no championship.
Okay. I don't think so. Not after this. Not after what you've seen this season.
That's what I'm saying.
This bit them in the butt. You know what I thought was going to happen? You know what I thought was going to happen?
At the trade deadline. We spoke about it.
I'm talking about before the trade deadline. I thought once Arizona had let go of Hopkins, I thought he was going there.
Yeah.
He would have been a way bigger help than what they got.
Even as old as the dynasty.
Can I say that Rice is a damn good wide receiver?
Yes, but he can't do it alone.
Yes, I agree with you, Justin. I agree. He can't do it alone, and they're not using him enough. No, I don't think they're throwing to him enough. But he's a damn good wide receiver.
They drafted him, so I doubt they're going to waste another pick on him. It's not like where you were in a Baltimore situation where you had no receivers for so long that you had to continuously draft them. So they're not going to waste a pick. They have to go and get a veteran with this team. The guys are getting a little bit older. Their championship window is closing. So they need to get a veteran receiver, like someone proven. Like I said earlier, this all season.
But someone's going to have to take a pay cut.
Pay
like that.
Patrick Mahomes signed that $1 billion contract. He can take a pay cut.
That's what I'm saying. No, yeah, people gonna have to take pay cuts and everything.
Kelsey
like that.
too.
But yeah,
Mhm.
these are the players that you solidified your championship ring with. That you gonna have to take a pay cut. That because these receivers over there, they're unreliable, they're young, they're unreliable, they're unexperienced, and you relying on Travis Kelce. But guess what? They figured you out, bro. It's been 3 years. They're gonna figure it out eventually.
Did they figured him out, or are they just double teaming him and triple teaming him too much?
Yeah, that because they
Yeah,
know
they
that's the
before.
only option he's going to. Like we've always said, you know what Travis Kelce do? They don't call plays in Kansas City. They get in the huddle and they be like, "I'm gonna run this route." You know what I'm saying? And that's how they run the offense over there in Kansas City. Well, guess what? Now you're gonna have a floater the whole time, a floater the entire time.
Yeah.
Well, Adam wants to trade Rice away with Tony and try to get somebody, but one guy is not going to help you. I think you.
I don't think you trade Rice away, man. This man has made a statement.
Rice
His
is
statement,
gonna-
his rookie.
Yeah, that's going to hurt you in the long run if you trade
He's
him
made
away.
a statement his rookie season. He's a young receiver, young legs. You go get a vet. I agree with that, but the vet you're gonna go get can't be a top. It's not gonna be a top tier guy because you can't afford him. You're gonna get a mid tier guy like T. Higgins makes sense,
Yeah.
but T. Higgins makes a lot of sense. Hopkins is a dinosaur, but he makes sense because you pay him on a 1 year.
Or that boy can move though.
He's still a dinosaur.
Move, you know. All right. Well, that's where we are with that. By the way, do you guys see them continuing to slide? I mean, this week they play the Bills.
Yes.
Patrick Mahomes, man, I never.
No, they're not playing the Bills this week.
Oh no, they just lost
Bills
to
last
the
week.
Bills.
Yeah.
They just lost to the Bills.
They're playing this week.
They should win this one. They should win this one. They're playing New England.
Yeah,
I'll win that one.
Yeah, I don't count Patrick Mahomes out, man. Tom Brady was doing it since he was 55, so I don't catch Patrick Mahomes out.
I think they're going to body England. I think after that loss to the Buffalo Bills, like you said, it's one of those things where you lose and now you're going to come back hungry. Especially how pissed Mahomes was.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to body England. They're going to body them.
I mean, they should win out the rest of the season.
What's the rest of their schedule looking like?
Patriots, Raiders, Bengals, Chargers.
Oh,
the Raiders might be tough, especially after the way that they did.
Don't do that.
I doubt the Raiders. The Bengals.
Anthony, do you just watch one explosive game and just assume they're God or something? Come on, man. It's one big game.
It is a divisional game, and they do play them hard every game.
The Bengals might be their only problem, I think. The
Bengals look good.
Agreed on that.
Bengals look really, really good.
I think that's going to be their only toughest game. I think the Patriots they're going to blow them out of the water. I mean, Raiders could be a close game, but I don't see that being a loss at all. And the Chargers blow Wang Chung.
By the way,
we see how the Chargers were.
It's delicious.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Swear to God, Anthony, you keep showing it. I'm going to go get me a beer.
You do what you got to do, brother. Okay. All right. Let me get into this other thing. Let me get into last week's games, the review. We didn't have a show this week because we were gearing up for our live show, so we didn't do a Wednesday show for y'all. But let me talk about some of these games from last week. We're going to go down the list. And the number one I want to talk about is the Lions getting smacked by the Bears. And how Justin Fields is trying to ruin the Bears' future.
Damn. Damn.
Okay. Because we've all sat here and said that we all know in our minds that the Bears are going to move on from Justin Fields at the end of the season because they are going to draft Caleb Williams with that number 1 pick. So is he intentionally ruining them by actually playing really, really, really well?
I mean,
to mess up their number 4, which they should have had the number 4. They've already slid now. I think now, if the season were to end, they would end up with the number 1 and the number 7 pick.
They don't give a damn. They got 2 picks.
Yeah, but if they had the number 4 pick, they had a better chance at maybe picking up a Marvin Harrison.
They can trade that pick, man. That second pick, man.
Yeah, well, they're falling down in the with their second pick. That's why I'm saying that it looks like Fields wants to wake up and try to earn himself a job for next season.
Can you blame him?
I agree with that statement. That statement I agree with.
I don't know. He hasn't played like exceptionally well. It's not like he's putting up a multiple touchdown game, throwing touchdown game. But like we
Yo, what up, Letty?
he is. I guess you could say he's auditioning for a job somewhere. That's
Hopefully
what I
for the
think
Jets.
he's doing.
But
Oh my God.
one game, you can't define that.
No,
See,
he's played two. He's won 2 games.
No, he's played well.
Yeah,
Played well.
he's
For
won
that.
And
2
he's
games.
not throwing picks. He's managing the game. He's using his legs again, but he hasn't had the numbers to go behind it.
You know. So with that saying, what do you think the Bears should do, Mo?
I mean, I don't know, man. you can't draft a receiver at number 1. I know that. So
No, don't you dare.
yeah, it's they just, if they keep winning, I understand why he playing hard, but the more he wins, the more you don't get Marvin Harrison Jr. and the harder it's gonna be to go get him. So
you trade up to get him, trade that second pick and a second rounder, and you go get Harrison.
I don't think you do
Can I
that.
give you guys an alternate universe here? Let me just say something, okay? Because I thought about this. I heard a statement. And I'm sorry that I don't remember the commentator who said this. We live in a world of right now, okay, where our quarterbacks that come out from when I was a youth, no longer a youth, you can tell by all this gray, but when I was younger, our quarterbacks sat for a couple of years before they actually ever got a chance to start. Now we draft quarterbacks and they have to be phenomenal from year 1. You need a CJ Stroud from year 1 to come out and to be a great quarterback. And if he's not a great quarterback within his second year or his third year, he's trash. Let's throw him away. If he's not Joe Burrow, if he's not Herbert, if he's not Mahomes, then he's trash. Throw him away. When in reality, we don't give these guys a chance to really play. This is what this commentator was saying. This is not my statements. I'm sorry, I can't remember the guy's name. I apologize. Okay, but he said, "What happens with a Justin Fields, who is not that great in year 3? He's just a game manager, but in year 6, he would have been to the level of Mahomes, to the level of Phillip Rivers when he played, to a really good quarterback who would have had a chance to take his team to a Super Bowl. But we're not giving them a chance to play. And the reason why I bring that up is because the other school of thought for the Bears is, instead of drafting Caleb Williams with number 1, you start to solidify your team around Fields with those 2 first-round draft picks. Maybe you pick up a dynamite offensive line and you grab up Marvin Harrison. So now he has this stud of a wide receiver. That's the other school of thought, other than getting rid of Fields. And I want your gentleman's take on that.
Well, me first. I'm the second oldest.
Please, by all means, jump in.
I'm the second. This is crazy.
Yeah. Seniority, all right? And respect your elders. So back then, we had a heavy run system back in the days. So you could sit that young quarterback behind and they could learn, because it wasn't really too heavy on pass. You had a few quarterbacks that were really good at passing. So you could sit back there, learn what you're looking at, and take your time. Then the NFL now is a heavy pass offense. They want to see scores. They want the crowd to be thrilled. So with the technology we have today, the systems that are in place today, and the schemes that are in place today, because you have college coaches who are NFL capable or have been in the NFL. These college kids, when they come in, they're expected to know what they're looking at, because they have everything in front of them. They're given everything. That's what I think that this guy is trying to say. But I do agree with you. Sitting behind a quarterback who's a veteran is a good thing, but that's also very hard to do. Not many teams have a good, solid quarterback that you can learn from. I don't
that's
think.
my point. And you're right. I'm sorry for interrupting. You're 100% right. But that's my point. Not a lot of teams have those quarterbacks, but you'll never know what you have because you keep throwing people in the garbage after 2 or 3 seasons, instead of giving them a chance to develop. What I'm saying is that the Packers sat Aaron Rodgers behind
Right.
Brett Favre. He got a chance to sit for a couple seasons to learn. Now Aaron Rodgers played, and Jordan Love sat behind Aaron Rodgers to have a couple seasons. They didn't just throw him in there. So now he is their starting quarterback. He has his ups and downs. Do we throw Jordan Love away, or do we give him a chance to get better?
You got to look at it like this. Aaron Rodgers sat behind Brett Favre. Aaron Rodgers came in, won a Super Bowl. All right. Jordan Love
that's rare occasions though. That's rare occasions.
I'm just saying, but you see the talent. There's a huge talent gap between Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love. Jordan Love will never beat Aaron Rodgers.
But you can't say that. You can't say this is your.
When Aaron Rodgers,
I don't think he will.
They said is Aaron Rodgers will never beat Brett Favre.
That's kind of crazy to say. But this is technically year one of Jordan Love.
Yeah, but we've seen it before when Aaron Rodgers has gone down in the past.
But what a game for a game?
Aaron Rodgers is out for a few games.
It's just I don't agree with that statement, and this is to get a little off topic, but I just don't agree with that statement because you can't really give him criticism now. Now I'm talking about in the right now. This is technically year one of Jordan Love. This is Jordan Love's team, year one. Before he's just coming in trying to finish the game. So that's where I don't really agree with that statement. But now going back to on topic with Justin Fields, I agree. And that's the way I would do it, is that you build around Justin Fields. I believe in Justin Fields is talent-wise. He's there. He can play the game. You've seen him. He's done it time in and time out. He just can't win games. Why? Because he's alone over there. You went out and got DJ Moore, right? DJ Moore makes his offense 20 times more explosive than it was last year. But you don't have protection. You don't got a solid run game. So basically, when you go in there, like I said all season, team you cheat. You're gonna cheat when you play teams that don't run the ball, that only throw the ball, and that scramble factor is only you put a QB spot and that locks that down. So teams adapt. You gotta be willing to expand your horizon. When I say that, so the reason why Mahomes is being so good is because Mahomes has Pacheco who will run through a wall if need be. You know what I'm saying? And you also have Mahomes with the arm that he can be, with the scramble factor. Lamar, who has running backs that will run through a wall because they don't run long, but they run the 3 yards that they need. And with the scramble factor and the arm, this is where the teams are good. You build around Fields. I see the team being great, but like you said, we live in a league today,
team, though, right?
Yeah. But Khalil Herbert, like I said, he run through a wall sometimes when he feel like it.
I like him though.
When he feel like it. But you got teams like if you build around the team, you give him time to develop. I believe in Justin Fields. I always have. I believe the Jets made a huge mistake passing on him, and I've been saying it for years. But year 3 is why they consider throwing him away. You're in an NFL league today where you need to win today. You don't win today, you're garbage, and it's sad to say that. And
to bring on that, he's right, because think about how many times you've had, because you got your Rodgers, you got your Brady's and stuff. You've had these guys that have sat and watched and learned, but how often does that happen? How often do you get that? Or what's the better opportunity you have when you build around that quarterback? That's the thing. With Fields, he's not going to be a Rodgers. He's not going to be a Brady. He's not from the get-go. And just like with Jordan Love, he's good. That same thing. It's not right from the rip. They're phenomenal because you've had those phenomenal quarterbacks, and that's what everyone keeps looking at. They keep just looking at that all-star and saying, I want that all-star. Instead of going, well, we have something we're brewing here. Let's keep cooking. Let's keep cooking. You can't just sit there and pull it right out of the fucking oven because it ain't ready yet.
That's my point.
And that's
my point. And I'm gonna let Mo say something because I feel like he's been stewing over there.
He is stewing. I can see the steam off his
He
forehead.
took his hat off, so you know it got
It's
serious.
because-
I'm going to give you a quick moment, real quick, because I do want to move on from this topic, but I know you're stewing. There's something about you, like, looks like you're ready to go.
Go get it, Mo.
Because I can't stand that Justin Fields talk. Like, give him a chance. Every quarterback that sat behind somebody didn't turn out to be great. I want people to stop comparing people to Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, because then for every Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, I can bring up a Peyton Manning. You can bring up an Andrew Luck who was doing well. He just kept getting injured. We can do this all day. We can do this all day. Justin Fields, give him some weapons. See what he can do. Don't give him DJ Moore and say, go win a Super Bowl. Chicago Bears, your ass. You can't expect him to turn you into a Super Bowl winning championship team in 3 years when you don't give them nothing.
You ain't wrong, Adam.
Was it BBL?
BBL cheeks.
You know, double cheeks.
I want to bring something up real quick because we touched on it when his name was mentioned, but I want to bring up Joe Burrow when we say this again. Now, Joe Burrow, year one.
We're getting back into him. We'll save it. Hold on to it because we're getting back into Burrow in a minute. Let's move on to the next topic here, guys. Flacco and the Browns look like a really good mix. They beat the Jaguars.
The ops.
The ops 31-27 last week. I was not someone who was behind the picking up of Flacco, and I was wrong. He looked really, 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 really good. But
over there,
like Mo says all the time, wait till they get tape on you.
They got tape on this guy. What are you talking
with his
about?
quarterbacks.
They don't have tape on Flacco with the Browns. They got tape on Flacco with the Ravens.
They got, what are you talking? Are you smoking? He was with the Broncos. He was with the Jets. I think he was with the Browns before.
How many games prior to this did he play with the Browns?
Let's see.
0. There we go. Now let's go.
Yeah. Okay. This is a new thing. It's new.
Yeah.
It's new. He played with the Jets. He played with the Ravens. He played with the whole league. That doesn't matter. At some point, you get a different playbook with each team that you play with. This is a different playbook. At some point, they're going to see the tape.
Damn, he was on Philly.
But as right now, they look really good. It looks like it was a good pickup. That's my point.
Look, the man knows football. He knows defenses. Flacco is a lesser version of Brett Favre. He's always been a gunslinging quarterback. He's looking for the home run every time, and he just used to make a lot of mistakes. I love the guy. He brought us a Super Bowl. He probably had the best playoff run probably in the history, the way he played with 11 touchdowns. But he did. He had 11 touchdowns that run to the Super Bowl. It was amazing.
Let me get with Mo, because I know this is near and dear to his heart, because he's the largest Jaguar fan that I know. Your Jags lost last week.
Yeah.
I know you were watching intently for every play.
Yeah.
Is there any takeoff that you can, not being biased, but any takeoff that you're seeing going forward for either team?
The takeoff I see for my Jags is we got to stop bitching and complaining and putting everything on an injury when there's other teams with injuries. Yes, Christian Kirk didn't play, but you have Zay Jones, you have Calvin Ridley, you have Evan Ingram, you have Travis Etienne. What the fuck are we doing? So we have no excuse. We have no excuse. As far as the Browns, I think you could build off this. I think Flacco is better than the one they paid $250. So fuck him.
The truth hurts, don't it?
Yeah, the truth hurts. Let's move on. I'm gonna get to you right now, Corey. Hold on to.
Hold on, I just wanted to say something real quick.
At least, you, baby. This one's all you. Okay. The Ravens squeak by the Rams in a nail biter. Corey, what the hell happened to your Ravens last week? They should not have been this close of a game.
Defense and offense. It just looks like sometimes we sputter, and our defense just gave up a little too much. And it looked like, I hate to say this, I don't want to be biased, but it looks like the refs were trying to help the Rams a little bit. Maybe they were just trying to have some competitive football this week. But I'm just fortunate we came out with the win. You're going to have games like this. The best teams have games like this throughout the season. We've seen it where the Patriots had that dominant run. They had close games like this against other AFC teams. It just shows you stuff you need to fix. Yeah. And as long as you fix it, you'll be fine. That's all I got to say about that.
All right. For those who don't know, who didn't watch the game last week, Ravens probably should have lost the game. Rams looked better than them through the first 60 minutes of the game. And they went overtime. Probably shouldn't have made it to overtime, but they did. I mean, to the Ravens' credit, they actually pushed it to overtime, and they were able to come up with a big stop against the Rams. And when they did the punt, there was a big punt return to win the game. Okay,
the reason why they
won right at the end, but they probably should have lost that damn game.
Yes, they should have.
Okay, and this would have been a very different week if the Ravens would have lost, because I think the entire tree would have been the entire playoff tree would have looked like craziness with the top 3 teams losing last week.
Wait a minute. No. We still would have been number 1.
No, I don't think there would have been any movement.
I think that Miami would have.
All teams would have lost.
Yeah.
You know, so it would have been funny, but that's where I'm at with that. But I do want to get into this one. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Confusion. I know Justin's excited about this. The Bills pulled out a victory against the Chiefs, against the Pat Mahomes Chiefs. We all saw the blowout that Pat went off. I've been saying that the Bills have no shot, and they're done. And I'm every week.
You better watch your mouth.
Finally,
watch your mouth.
But you know what? I didn't think they could do it, but they did beat the Chiefs. Going forward, they've got the Cowboys, the Chargers, the Pats, and the Dolphins. The only real game that they have to play is the Cowboys.
Yeah.
After the Cowboys, they play the Chargers, the Pats, and the Dolphins. Dolphins, like I just said, they don't beat good teams. So this could be they already beat the Dolphins once this season. Could they win out, Justin?
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Like I told you 2 weeks ago, I ain't hear no bell. It ain't over till the fat lady sing, bro. And I ain't start singing late. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let y'all know that right now.
So you the fat lady. That's what
yeah. I ain't start singing yet.
Tomorrow when they lose to the Cowboys.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna come to you, right? I'm gonna come straight to you, and I'm Mr. Overrated on my shirt. And I'm gonna look at you because that's what y'all call him, Mr. Overrated. When he solidified his 7th seed, I'm gonna come in here with a Mr. Overrated t-shirt. Matter of fact, I'm never gonna wear a t-shirt. I'm gonna have it rated with my chest hair. And I'm gonna let y'all know where I stand with it.
Oh shit!
Because you're not gonna disrespect the Josh Allen talk. I've been saying all year.
You see how much he just drank? He drank that
whole shot.
I don't want to hear that. They won because of the offsides call. He's offsides though. It's a call. It's a rule.
You know that happened. That happened like 3 other times in that game, and
they let him slide. But game on the line, I'm calling that too.
This weekend, you got the Steelers playing the Colts, which means one of those teams are going to get knocked out of the playoff run. If the Bills are able to pull off a miracle and beat the Cowboys, they might be the team that leapfrogs over into the wild card. If they're not, which I don't think they will do it, they still have a shot. It depends how many losses the wild card teams do.
Or the Cowboys right now. The Cowboys are due for a shaky game.
Man, you hold that.
I'm not. No. Hear me out. Remember when I was like, when they first were playing the Eagles, I was like, the first time in Philly, I was like, they're kind of due. They are on a 5-game win streak right now.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody so far, I think, has hit, well, except for San Francisco probably, but most of the teams, when they hit 5 this season, they lose the next game. And we've seen it with a lot of these teams streaking. 4 or 5 seems to be that sweet spot this season. So
all right, let me ask you a question.
They haven't.
For that.
Dakota might have a bad game.
Your exact statement. And I'm not going to talk about the Cowboys because I do agree that the Cowboys have a very tough schedule going forward. No matter what you say, it's a very tough schedule, right? But I do want to look at where the hell are you? Where you at? Oh, here they go. The 49ers are on a 5-game win streak themselves. They have going forward the Cardinals, the Ravens, and the Commanders. They could finish the year with an 8-game winning streak. Now, I'm not trying to say the Baltimore game is going to be an easy win. Don't that's not my point. I'm not saying that. Okay? But I'm saying that I think it would be an absolute shock to everybody here if the 49ers lost to the Cardinals or the Commanders, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
So,
if they sat their players at the end, the Commanders can win that game. Let's say they sit all the stars because let's say they lock up the number 1 seed.
They're not sitting anybody, sir. They have the Cowboys and the Eagles chasing right behind them for the bye. They're not sitting anyone.
If they were to lock up the number 1 seed, that's what I'm saying. Like, let's say the Cowboys and the Eagles lose a game, and then now it's like, oh, we got to play out. You know what I'm saying? It could be a scenario like that. I'm saying if they lock up the number 1 seed.
The Cowboys and the Eagles all have the exact same record. Mm-hmm. My point is the Cowboys and the Eagles are fighting for the division lead. But the winner of that division is in number 2 right now because the 49ers have beat both the Eagles and the Cowboys. But what I'm saying is Cowboys are not sitting anybody because they can't afford to lose a game. Because if the Cowboys win out or the Eagles win out, let me see who the Eagles have for the rest of the season. Okay,
they have the Giants twice.
The Giants twice. They good.
I was talking about the 49ers.
They're playing the Giants twice. They play the Seahawks, the Giants twice, and the Cardinals. 49ers are not sitting anybody. Week 18, you're going to see Purdy, you're going to see Debo, and you're going to see McCaffrey.
I still believe in the. I still believe in the any given Sunday because we just seen not going back on it, but we just seen the Bears beat the Lions, bro.
True.
Any given Sunday.
Hold on,
I believe in that.
Hit you with that ding. You know,
I think the Lions are falling apart.
Oh, easy. Chill. Hold on, let me make Adam happy since he's talking so much shit about the Giants. Tommy DeVito last week beat the Packers to not completely knock them out. They're still in the playoff hunt, but they're right there. Beat them, and the Packers are holding on to their wild card by the skin of their teeth there.
God, you're telling me.
Okay. All right. But Tommy DeVito is causing another major problem in New York. And here's the major problem. I don't know if you guys know this. As a New York fan, yes, I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan who roots for New York in general. As a New York person.
It is.
I know I'm afraid to even go back to New York. They might just take me down, dude. It might be a stomping.
They should.
Timberland style, you know what I mean?
They should. Fuck.
And my ass in Florida, right? But I'm Polk County for life, son. Okay. But that being said, all right, Tommy DeVito is causing a major problem in New York, and that's with Daniel Jones. Okay, I heard somebody say that next season, when the season opens up, this job ain't going to be Daniel Jones just from rip. He's going to have to fight for it.
Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
He said that.
Yeah. Good. Among other people, but Shannon Sharp, who it was spot on by it, he's going to have to fight for it. Okay? He's going to have to fight for it because Tommy DeVito is showing, I can light this team up. I want your guys' take on it. And I'm going to start with Justin being your the other New Yorker.
Listen, New York is a city where you need to win right now. Now, Jones, the argument everybody had for Jones was you can't win with this team. Well, we just seen 2 quarterbacks come in and win with this team multiple times.
Facts.
More than you have. More than you have.
Facts.
You just got paid a $40 million contract, and you can't win. Tommy DeVito is now on a 3-game winning streak with the New York Giants. Those are words that nobody in this room would have thought I said that 4 or 5 weeks ago. The Giants on a 3-game winning streak. Tommy.
Hey, I got a question for you, Justin. Based off of that, you just said he got all that money. They gave him all that money. They're going to get rid of him?
They can't.
You can't. Because you take a big – the way the salary cap works, you're going to take a really big
you trade him?
hit. I think you trade him.
To Corey for that because I know he's really good at that. He's really good at figuring that out. Can you trade him?
Who the fuck is going to want Daniel Jones? And want that contract?
Going to be interested in him.
Can you do something to get him
and
out?
Then want that contract?
Yeah,
nobody taking that.
You can move him around. There are some teams you could probably shift him to. Probably like the Reds. I keep saying the Commanders.
Don't offend me here, Corey.
Oh, that shit is not happening. They are in love with him.
It's a team he could go to. Let's see.
Compete over there.
He's also in disarray. You could move him to shoot. You could be a backup somewhere. Well, not
a backup for $40 million.
You're not gonna pay a backup.
Because they won't eat that contract. They will not eat that contract. Because what'll happen is if he's getting traded, the Giants are going to end up paying the bulk of that contract, and you're in dead cap space.
No matter what, keep him.
A lot of teams do that anyway. Hell, he could go to Chicago
and be more ass.
He could go to Chicago. Hey, I'm just saying. Let's say we even talk about it. What if they go ahead and trade out that number 1 pick to get more picks? You could send them over there. Yeah.
It's not unheard of. There
are things that have happened.
The Cowboys to win their Super Bowls when they traded away Herschel Walker and got all those draft picks. They traded away their current for the future.
Mm-hmm.
It's not unheard of. You can definitely do that but with unproven rookies, it's scary. Cowboys did something that was really scary, and that's why we still talk about it today. Most teams don't do that.
I stand by Tyrod Taylor over there.
I like Tyrod, but DeVito just feels right.
Fuck all that, man. DeVito, baby.
He fits the New York style.
That man, he beat Green Bay, went home.
Adam,
that's a good one too.
Yo, Justin, relax. Yeah. Jesus, I'm here.
Kenny Pickett?
You standing by Kenny Pickett?
No, I'm saying he's saying
no. I'm asking if Mo is standing by Kenny Pickett. How much he hates Kenny Pickett?
Let me tell you. Can y'all stop this? They're going to draft a quarterback. They're going to reset over there, okay? And let's just stop talking about Daniel Jones as if he could be shipped all these places. I would hope there's not a GM at any of the places that y'all named that is dumb enough to take on Daniel Jones, Daniel Trash Jones, Daniel Double Cheek Jones. He's double cheeked up out there.
New England could take him.
Hey, you know what though? I'm gonna say this: the Steelers are not necessarily a bad spot when I think further on it, because Mike Tomlin could probably do something with a game manager like Daniel Jones. Okay, he probably could do something with him.
You want him fired, don't you? You want the Roonies to say, "Get out of here."
That's the only thing I like about Pittsburgh Steelers. It's the absolute only thing I like. Other than the old Pittsburgh Steelers with Greg Lloyd, okay? The only thing I like about them is that coach. I love that coach.
New England, the Raiders, they could be taking him. The Rams could take him if Stafford's done. Atlanta could use a quarterback.
He's done yet.
Atlanta could use a quarterback too.
Not gonna get rid of that rookie, man. Doesn't Ritter.
No, they like Ritter.
Yeah, but I think
Roto-Rooter. They like Roto-Rooter.
I'm just saying they could use him. Those are teams you could look at.
Steelers
all right, well, let me get to this next one. What the hell happened to the Dolphins last week? I'm looking at you, Fred Bowie. Okay.
Damn.
They had the victory, and with 3 minutes left of the game, they fell apart, and the Titans pull it out to win.
Damn, Fred.
Titans are trash. Levens is trash. I said it. They should not even have been in the league. But this is pointing out to another thing that we have to talk about. Dolphins right now hold that number 2 spot. Let me bring it up.
They've only lost 4 games.
So they're there for the number 2 spot. They don't quite deserve it because they haven't beaten a soul. Mo, tell me I'm wrong.
Why would you want me to do that? I'm not going to either.
I appreciate that.
Stop asking. That's a Nick Saban line. But anyway, man, they fell apart. I'm not gonna give them the excuse of the Tyreek Hill shit. They should have beat the Titans. They should have beat the Titans, and now the ops got to probably feel a little confident.
This is pathetic.
Yeah,
you let Will Levis 327 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. You held Derrick Henry to 34 yards on 17 attempts, and he got 2 touchdowns. The thing is, they had 5 sacks. They put Tua under pressure. You put this kid under pressure, he folds. He can't handle it. How do you lose that game?
He got PTSD, man.
It's
hit a
what
couple
we said all
times.
season.
You still remembering when he was like this?
Wow.
Yo, I didn't want to go there. I didn't want to go there. Man, that's why I just said PTSD.
Wow.
I didn't know it was too soon. He was throwing up game singles.
I didn't want to go there. That's why I said PTSD. That's why I said it.
Too soon? My
That's
bad. I didn't
hard.
know it was too soon. I
It's
thought
too
we
soon,
had
man.
let a certain amount of time pass by.
no, it ain't too soon. Fuck it.
One more season, bro.
If you watch this, you see the 2 on the end. It was them. It was not this brother. It's the 2 on the end.
They hit that man, and he went.
He was sending like Wow. I thought he was about to get up and start quick walking.
You gonna get clipped for that. You getting clipped for that.
I guess that is the clip.
You know what I'm saying? All right, so they fell apart. I'm gonna go to Tyler on this next one because I want Tyler's take on it, even though I know what his take is because I want to hear the hate.
Tyler, don't hold back.
Don't, because he's not.
Earn some fucking respect. Get the fuck out of here.
Let me get in here.
Get the fuck out of here. Earn some fucking respect. Hold on. Let me.
All right.
Let me pull this up.
Let me do one of my Mo. Let me do my Mo. Let me tell you something. I told y'all.
Earn some
That
fucking
the Cowboys were going to earn their respect when they got a second shot at the Eagles at home, going to Dallas. That's exactly what the hell they did. They beat that ass.
Jesus.
They beat that ass.
Hold on, man.
All right.
I mean, earn what fucking respect?
Well, all season, Tyler, I know this is your first show, but all season I have been hearing, no matter how well Dallas played in a game, I've been hearing they've been playing trash teams. They played the Panthers. They played
they beat the Patriots, Commanders,
that guy. And how they got embarrassed by the 49ers, which, by the way, embarrasses everybody. And how they went into Philadelphia and lost the game, even if it was they should have won the game, and it was done with some bad by Mr. Prescott stepping out of bounds, little things, but they barely lose.
Ready.
But you know what? It's a testament of how bad they are because they lost it when it counted. When it counts, they don't do it. Well, it counted in Dallas, and they beat them by 20 points.
The sun shines on the dog's ass every now and then, okay? All right.
He's not wrong. I mean, at the end of the fucking day, like you said, you just named their schedule. Holy fucking tits! They're fucking beating nobodies. Who gives a shit? So all of a sudden they have one good game, and you're sitting here just stroking your dick, fucking thinking they're the greatest team all around. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Hey, it's a short stroke, but still, okay.
Listen, hold on.
And they're still on top of the division. Okay, they're right there on top of.
Yeah, they're on top. They're on top on a weak division. Oh, fucking well, man.
MVP. Okay,
when
is in the league,
they're the king of shit. Like that's what you're telling me here. Okay.
So what does that make the Eagles then?
So the Eagles had a bad game. You're trying to say that someone can't have a bad game? Get the fuck out of here.
49ers, too. They got smacked by the 49ers.
Yeah, you've seen the 49ers. They're not to be fucked with.
They come out to Kodak every game. Don't play for them boys.
I told you this was a bad idea.
Like, what the fuck?
I tried to warn you. You already had one problem in Bo, and you added this problem.
What the fuck, man? Like I said. So they got the Bills, the Dolphins, the Lions, the Commanders. Commanders is a fucking given. I mean, they're like I said, I'm looking at their fucking schedule. Like I said, you can when you earn respect, you got to start beating teams to get that respect. One team, one. Keep bringing it up.
Seahawks.
Keep bringing it up.
Who?
The Seahawks?
No, don't make that face, Mo.
All season we were talking good about them. They hit their little slide just now.
Who was talking good about them?
Why did you take a shot at the Seahawks right there?
My man is wearing a fucking hat right there.
I don't know why he just did that.
He's wearing a hat.
He did it because he's backed into a fucking corner. That's what it is. He's sitting here hosting the show. You got a host who's clearly biased when it comes to this. It's one a fucking game. If there was anybody else hosting it right now, they would say, hey, Cowboys won a game. They beat a good team for once. Fucking great.
For fucking once.
That's the problem, man. You can't sit here.
We're not going to count that at all.
We're going to say
you know why? Because right now we're talking about the Bills about to get into the playoffs. We just went off about them. So if they win tomorrow against the Bills, can I get some respect?
You got to win out. The only way you're going to
earn it. Can I get respect if they win against the Bills? You sat there just said that the Bills have a possibility of getting to the playoffs, that they're playing teams hard. They just beat the KC Chiefs. They beat the Bills tomorrow. We get no respect, right? This is a double-edged sword. You can't.
It ain't no disrespect. Your respect thing you're bringing up is the fact they're like, dude, they beat him by 20 points and all this stuff. Okay, you want to blow them out. Blow them the fuck out then. If they blow the Bills out, then we can fucking start talking. I can say there's a trajectory. I'm not saying that because you're sitting here basing off one game this entire time and you're bringing up 20 points. We hear you. That's fine. At the end of the day, though, if they beat the Bills by 1 point, then it's like, oh, that could be luck. That could be a simple mistake by the Bills. It could be so many other factors. If you're sitting here going, if they beat the Bills by like 30 fucking points, then we can fucking start talking about maybe there's some trajectory happening.
Beat almost everybody else this year.
I don't want to hear about who they beat this year. When they get in the playoffs, doesn't matter because that's when y'all fall. That's when y'all break down. That's when Dakota Prescott turns into Dakota Prescott. Y'all never do anything in the playoffs. And we sat here on this show and said that y'all are a regular season team. If you want your respect, you got to go get it in the playoffs. You have to go get it in the playoffs.
You know what Mo's saying right now? You know what he's saying? Y'all ain't got no ice. That's exactly it. You ain't got no ice.
You can't do that.
You guys turtle up in the playoffs because you can't clutch it. That was exactly what Mo's saying. And you, like I said, regular season, I could just say the Cowboys can play fucking phenomenal all regular season. That's fucking fine. But at the end of the day, if they're not blowing out teams, especially if they're blowing out garbage teams, who gives a shit? I can beat up a trash can and no one's gonna make me a fucking hero about it.
Whoa!
When you sit here and want to claim 20 points as a blowout, that's fine.
Which it is.
That's fine. I'm not arguing it. I'm not arguing that.
But
if they beat the Bills,
y'all have a regular every season y'all have a good regular season record. Every season. But
if they beat the Bills,
how many years? What have y'all done with it?
Anthony, if they beat the Bills and they beat them by 1 point, are you going to sit here and start stroking your dick? Or are you going to be like, they still see? There you go.
A win is a win. A win is a win.
But see, wins a win doesn't mean they earn the fucking respect because that could be an easily mistake off the fucking Bills.
What's going to be enough for you?
Fucking win some playoff games. But besides that,
all right. That has to come in time. That has to come in time.
Earning some respect.
Pushing the bar.
For the regular season, I'll talk regular season then. Let's leave the playoffs out of it because clearly they got no ice and they turtle up every fucking time. Let's just talk about regular fucking season. Dominate the rest of your games.
There we go.
Show them you're that team.
You want to give them respect?
Yeah, I'll fucking do it because I'm not going to say.
Everybody keeps pushing the bar further and further away.
I'm going to talk regular season. I'm going to talk regular season because we're not in the playoffs yet.
Do this, and they do it. They push the ball further away.
Let's see. I'm talking about straight. A win's a win, and no one's going to argue this. Clearly, a win's a win. But if you're going to have close game after close game, I'm going to bring up. It's a college thing, and I'm only bringing it up because I'm a Florida State fan. I'm not bringing it up this season. I'm bringing up the fact. I'm going to bring up when they were undefeated for almost 2 years in a fucking row. They barely were winning that second year. Barely. And I wasn't sitting here going, look at Florida State, the biggest fucking dogs all the time. No, I'm going, what the fuck are you doing?
You're hurting Mo. You're hurting Mo. I'm just letting you know you're hurting him.
Dude, I'm a Florida State fan all the way, man.
No. You're not as big a fan of Florida State as that motherfucker right there.
I'm not going to disagree.
Yeah,
my dad went to Florida State.
Look, he just passed out.
That's fine. But see, at the end of the day, when you want to earn respect, you got to show dominance. You got to show that you're gonna you're gonna take the bag, you're gonna fucking run with it, baby. You're gonna sit there and you're gonna make everyone else look at you going, "Oh fuck, we fucked up," by just looking at you. Right now, people look at the Cowboys.
I can't give that to you yet, no, Justin, because we got to move on with the show because it's getting close to game time.
My mic, I didn't want none of that smoke. I'm just letting y'all know.
I love you guys. But we're not going to harp on this fact because you're not going to.
Last thing, Anthony. Last thing. All I'm going to say is this: I'll give them respect at the end of the season if they can do some blowout games. That's it.
Okay.
I'm not going to back away from it.
We're going to see. Today, folks, the reason why we went early and the reason why we went live was because today is Showdown Saturday. So let's get into Showdown Saturday. We've got, from the very first game starting in about a half an hour from now, you've got the Vikings versus the Bengals. And I wanted to talk about this game because this game is low-key a phenomenal game.
The second string bowl.
Oh, what happened?
The second string bowl.
Damn.
Yeah, unfortunately. Okay, but but here's the thing. Do the Vikings have enough to combat the Bengals? Corey, with all the injuries that they have. And if you don't know the injuries, let me know and I will give them to you.
Nah. And I think Jay Jettis is out still. So nah.
No, he said he's gonna play.
I don't think so. I mean, they just changed quarterbacks.
They have
this guy, what's his name?
As the starting
Browning
today.
The Bengals kid is Browning. He's looked really good the last two games. So, and I mean, he's stuck in an offense that has great weapons around him. You know,
but I'm talking about the Vikings, Corey. Do the Vikings have too many injuries to beat them?
Yeah, you don't have Kirk Cousins. I mean, they need Kirk Cousins.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that, bro.
They had Dobbs.
Comeback player of the year.
Dobbs is
comeback player of the year.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is what we doing. Oh, the best secondary in the league.
We're not talking about the Seahawks. We're talking about the Vikings.
We're talking about the Vikings.
We're talking about the purple people eaters.
Eat that shit, bro. Just eat it, bro. Please.
We're talking about you shaving your eyebrow.
So listen.
Damn.
Eat that shit, bro. Because you said Dobbs is the comeback player of the year.
Yeah, at that moment he was looking phenomenal.
So, exactly at that moment. Now eat that shit and say you was wrong.
You take a big bite of that shit too.
At that time. Now he's done. So we're moving forward.
Okay.
Let's move forward amicably before we have a problem.
Nick Mullins is going to be the starting quarterback for the Vikings because Dobbs is out. You got Cousins out. Alexander Madison is out. You do have Justin Jefferson back, but even he is playing with questionable. Their wide receiver Naylor's out. The right tackle O'Neal is out. The right guard Reed is out. Jesus Christ, who else is out? Okay, everybody's out on this team, and they're going against a really tough Bengals team, which gets me to my next thing. Okay. Same cats, different quarterback. I wanted to talk about that because they're going against the Bengals, and Browning has looked phenomenal in the 3 starting games that he has played since Burrow has been out. Last week, I said to you guys that I may have counted the Bengals out too quickly, and I may have tapped them out premature. Okay. Not unlike story of my life, being a little bit slightly premature. Look at Justin's face. Okay.
Let's live with that one. Let's live.
All right. But the Bengals do look phenomenal. They have a great team. It is the same great team that Burrow had, because you still have Chase, you still have Mixon, you still have Higgins, you still got all of these great players, and you took out Burrow and stuck Browning in, and he is 2-1 as a starter and looking really, really, really freaking good. Any takes on Browning?
Doing a great job, better than what we expected he's going to do.
Better than what he expected. Anybody else?
Expectations is definitely, he's surpassed the expectation we have for him.
He got a high ceiling. I think he has a high ceiling.
Very high ceiling, right? But now that leads me to my next statement here. Okay. Browning being as good as he is and showing so good, is it Browning being good? Or is it the team that's good that's making him look good? And that gets me to, is Joe Burrow overrated?
Holy negative. Shit.
And I know this one's going to be hot, and Mo's going to need to take a chill pill if he wants it, because I know you guys are Burrow. I don't want to use that type of language, but y'all stroke your dicks for Burrow. Okay,
dude, they're glazing for him. They're glazing.
Yeah,
that's what it is, man.
So with that being said, with this perfect example of,
well, I was just helping him with a word. That's it.
An input of another quarterback, and yet they still are looking great. Does that mean that if Burrow were playing on a different team, that he may not be as great as he has looked?
Let's not get fucking disrespectful. Let's not get fucking disrespectful. The man came in year one and turned that team around. Came back, took him to the Super Bowl. Then he starts getting injured, and now we want to sit up here and talk about Joe Shiesty like he's not Joe Shiesty. All right? He got hurt. Browning's doing good. That's cool. That's really what backup quarterbacks are supposed to do. Keep the team afloat while the main starter is out. Next man up. We hear that all the time. So the next man up came and did his fucking job. But let's not get carried away. Let's not get carried away. Oh, but this has been 3 games. 3 games. Let's not get too carried away, because if we put them against somebody other than the Vikings that actually can play defense and there's a juggernaut in the playoff race, then we don't see that. We don't see that team do what they're doing. But kudos to them, because we didn't expect them to win these games. But let's not get too fucking carried away now.
Didn't they go to the AFC Championship game last year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean, he's been there.
Yeah, dude, Burrow's not overrated. Think of Burrow is overrated is fucking just asinine.
Well, let me ask you a question. What they're at 7-6 right now, so obviously I tapped them out way too early, right? Because they're right there with the Bills. They're right there with all the rest of the teams that are vying for the wild card team. Right? They have the Vikings today, the Steelers next week, the Chiefs, and the Browns. I don't think any of those games would be crazy that they could win any of those games. They could win any of those games. So they have a possibility of winning out. They have a possibility of getting to the playoffs, and Browning can take them there.
Well, we don't want that.
My point being that if a quarterback can step right in and do what he's been doing, isn't it an example of the quarterback that was there was not necessarily as great as we think he is?
Was Nick Foles better than Carson Wentz, or did he just do his fucking job?
He did his job.
Nick Foles, to an extent, I think, you know what? That's a funny thing to say, because Carson Wentz died out. Did he die out?
No, he won them 13 games that season and got hurt. And Nick Foles came in.
He was an MVP.
And took him to the Super Bowl
race. Yes, he was in the MVP
and took him
race.
to the Super Bowl. But where is Carson Wentz now?
Where's Nick Foles now? Because I could have sworn he went to Jacksonville and got a big contract. I could have sworn he went to the Bears and completely shit the bed.
But that's
he went to the Colts.
But then you're making
And he went to the Colts.
You're literally making my point.
No, he did his job.
No, but you're literally making my point. Is Burrow that good, or is it because he's with the rest of this team?
No, if you put Burrow somewhere else, he's going to be Burrow.
Because that's what happened with Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz was great with that particular Eagles team. Since that team is gone, Carson Wentz is trash.
I think it depends on your system.
Trash off of that team. That team made Carson Wentz, and that team made Nick Foles.
It depends on your system.
Is this team making Burrow, and is this team making Browning? If Burrow were to go to the Colts, could he still fucking do this with the Colts? That's my point.
Yes, Burrow can still do this with the Colts. Yes.
I don't think off the rip, but I think he could build it up. Because the thing is,
he didn't do it with the Bengals off the rip.
That's what I'm saying.
Games. It took a few games, but
you got to. He has to build. You're saying it because just saying I'm going to pick this quarterback, and then let's say I'm taking Tom Brady. I'm going to put him on the worst fucking team that ever fucking exists. Is Tom Brady going to be Tom Brady? No, he's on the worst team that fucking exists.
Yeah,
he went to Tampa Bay and won a Super Bowl, man.
Tampa Bay wasn't that bad of a team.
Yeah, I know. Tampa Bay had a lot of pieces.
That's what I'm saying. But you build a system. That's why I'm putting the example. Put him on the worst team. You can put Burrow on the worst team, and he was the Bengals. They picked him up, which was a garbage team when he got on there.
So
and then he built the system and then built it.
Burrow, but he is a piece of.
He's a major piece of a puzzle. Okay. He'll be a success factor for any team if you allow him to be that.
Yes,
that's why he's not overrated. He can build a system. He's proven it. He's built a system. You pull him off the Bengals, throw him anywhere you want to fucking throw him. And if it's a garbage team or a great team,
the Jets. Let me see what he does.
Throw him on the Jets. You allow Burrow to be Burrow, though. Don't let the coaches and don't let other people start influencing. If you let Burrow build his system, he could probably build it. He can make the Jets better. He did it with the Bengals, and when the Bengals were at their I'm sorry, weren't they? Didn't they have winning one game a season for a few years until Burrow showed up? Yeah, and then Burrow shows up, and then he transformed it.
Mixon and Chase, Higgins, the rest of that team is what he is benefiting behind.
Or did he build that system to where you can put people in there and it can make the team all around better?
No, because I think if you take those players away from that team, he's going to go into a losing streak.
That's not true. Because before Jamar Chase got there, he had turned that team up. He turned that team up with T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd and some tight ends that you didn't know in Mixon. So no, you can't say that.
Like that.
You start taking away everyone's star players or players that you build up. You take them away. Yeah, they're going to probably suck because you're taking away players he's building a system.
It's like saying take away CD Lamb.
I'm saying about the Bengals, and I knew I would light your asses up. I love that shit.
Take away CD Lamb. What does Dak have?
4:00 game. Okay, Steelers are playing the.
I could have gave you a good example, but
they're at 6-7. All right.
Yeah, speak up, Corey.
They hold the spot 6 and 7. I say, get off my plane because you know what?
Get off my plane.
What the fuck?
Get off my plane. Here's the thing. They got the same record. They're ranked at 6 and 7 in the wild card. One of these teams are going to get knocked off. Okay. They are fighting for the wild card. The team that loses is going to get knocked out of there, and somebody is going to leapfrog them. Okay, gentlemen, real quick, because honestly, I'm not a big fan of either team, but who do you guys have winning today at the 4:00 game?
Colts. Get the Steelers out of there.
Yeah, dude, Steelers are done. Deuces. See you later. Pack your bags, go home.
I want no other AFC North teams in there.
Mo, I need your take on this. And please keep in mind that your uncle is a Steeler fan. He ain't gonna like what you gotta say if you talk bad about it.
And I don't give a damn. I'm going with the ops.
I can't wait for one more show this afternoon. Your uncle gonna call in. He's gonna call in. Let you know he's gonna call in on your show.
I'm going with the ops.
Okay, Justin.
It's Minshew mania, bro. I've been saying all year long, bro.
Minshew mania. So Steelers have no shot. Well, they got no quarterback, so that could hurt.
They ain't got shit. Move
It's
on.
been hurting. They've been in pain.
All right, folks. Final game. The game tonight is going to be a big one, and it's the Denver Broncos against the Detroit Lions. Okay. Reason why this game matters so much is because Denver is fighting tooth and nail to make the playoffs. They're at 7-6. I'll tell you, there's a whole bunch of teams. If you look at this, you look at the standings, guys. There's a whole mess of teams right there at 7-6, starting from the Steelers all the way down to the Buffalo Bills. What that does is mean that every game matters. A loss knocks you out of the playoffs. A win could propel you. So every game matters for them at this point. Mm-hmm. Gentlemen, tell me how this game is going to go, and tell me the keys to victory for Denver. I'm going to start with the biggest Denver fan of the four of you, Mr. Justin Rodriguez.
Denver got no shot, bro. got no shot, bro.
At least he can admit it.
The reason why I say that is because Detroit just lost to Chicago, and Detroit needs this game more than Denver do. The reason why I say that is because, yeah, Detroit ranked number 3 in the NFC, but to remain relevant in the NFC, bro, you need to stop taking losses. So you need to build that confidence up right before playoffs, and you about to go through a tough NFC, bro. So I think the Lions need to show out and show the NFC what they really about.
You say that the Lions need the game, but do they really?
They do. Confidence boost.
Do they really? If the Vikings, listen to me about going to Vikings. If the Broncos lose the game, I think pretty much they hurt their chances at the playoffs. If the Lions lose the game, they still hold that number 3 spot. Nothing changes as far as it's not good to limp into the playoffs. Don't get me wrong.
That's what I'm saying.
Is there any other teams the Lions that the Lions have to worry about when it comes to the playoffs?
No, not currently.
No, the Lions
where they are right now. The Lions stand alone on top of their division. They're 2 games in front of the Vikings,
and they're about to stomp them both.
Even if they lost this season, they would still be on top of their division. It doesn't really affect them to lose. Don't get me wrong. Again, nobody wants to limp into the playoffs.
Yeah, momentum a hell of a drug, and that's what you need going into the NFC playoff picture. You need momentum. You could lose. You could lose today. You gonna lose tomorrow, and you're gonna feel it every single time.
Well, I just did numbers over the last 5 games. They're giving up 30 points a game. The Lions.
Not good.
So
the Broncos just got scored 70 points on them a couple weeks ago.
70? That was like week 2.
That was like week 4. That was like week 4, bro.
So that was like 4.
We're in week 15, my man.
Wait a minute.
That's what I'm saying. No. Hold on. Time out. Because I already see where this is going. Chill out. Listen. I said what I said against Cleveland because you was on that bullshit. Because I already know what he about to say, bro. Now, coming into this week, you asked me who needed more. I told you who needed it more. You want to bring this bullshit numbers up. You know how I feel about these goddamn numbers up, bro. So chill the fuck out.
No. You know what I was going to say, right?
Yeah, you going to be on that bullshit. I already know, bro.
Okay. All right.
What are you going to say? I want to hear it. I don't know what you're going to say.
The hottest team in the league.
Bodied.
At the time.
And they lost to the Texans.
I know what the fuck that was about.
The Texans game when I said they was going to lose to the Texans, and the Broncos are the hottest team in the league.
Yeah, I just muted Corey because he's talking shit.
I heard it.
He not
I
wrong.
loved
I
it.
just muted him again afterwards. After he was finished, he ain't even talking. I muted him.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
Muting him. Don't worry.
I know what he gonna say. That's what I'm like. All right,
okay. But he's on some bullshit, so he lame. Mo, give me your take on this because I need somebody with some fucking common sense to tell me what the fuck's gonna happen with this game at 8:00.
Yeah, because I ain't one of them.
I'm gonna probably be lone wolf.
Oh
I'm going
shit.
to say the Broncos are going to win.
Ooh, I love the hot take.
Oh shit.
I ain't adding none of that. Oh, who needs it more and stuff like that. I think they're going to win. The Lions ain't what the Lions showed you these past couple weeks.
Not
that
much.
Makes you think that they can win this game just handedly.
Not much.
It's fair.
I'm gonna go with the Broncos.
Oh shit. I mean, I wish I had that little
You think the Broncos are coming in hungry enough to sit there and take advantage of Lions?
I mean,
Yes.
they want to make the playoffs.
Because the Lions are 9-4, they've already secured that, so they're sitting there coming in lax, they're coming in easy, and you got a hungry team coming against them. Okay, I like what you're thinking, man.
yeah, that's my point. That's why I said, what would a win mean? Because the Broncos, just like we say that the Bills have to win out to truly get into the wild card at this point, they're tied with the Broncos. They got to win out. They can't afford. They're all fighting for a wild card spot.
The Broncos could have laid down weeks ago.
Yeah,
and they did not.
Yeah,
they let few people. They let a few people go to different teams. We always like, oh, we see what's going on, and we was all wrong. That shit was wrong. I'm
glad I didn't play.
They started fighting immediately after they let those players go. So I think they still hungry. I think the Lions, yeah, they still control their fate. Even if they lose this game, I think they're gonna come in lax, and the Broncos are gonna come put it on their ass.
I agree with you, Mo. You're not gonna go lone wolf because
the
whole point of me,
change my vote.
Yeah, because the whole point of this, of me actually putting this up, is I think the Broncos have a really good shot of winning this game, and I think they will win this game. Now, I'm not trying to say that they're going to beat the dog shit out of the Lions. What I'm saying is that they need it because they can't go into these last 4 weeks of the season, and these last 4 games have so much more of a meaning because it's might as well. You know how we went from an 18-week season? We just shrunk the shit out of it and made it into a 4-week season because you have the Bills, you have the Steelers, the Colts, the Broncos. Who else? Who else is at 7-6? They're all
bring the list up. You have the list. You can bring it up.
Steelers. No, Browns are
off the top of his head. He has a list right in front. There we go.
Steelers, Colts, Texans, Broncos, and the Bengals and the Bills. They are the teams.
You're all at 7-6. The Bills, the Bengals, the Broncos, the Texans, the Colts, the Steelers. So that means this whole season that just passed doesn't even matter. We're playing a 4-week NFL season right now. Okay, between all of those teams, and all of those teams are in the hunt for that 6 and 7 spot of the wild card.
And it's about to be some good football.
Hell yeah!
Because all those teams feel like they have a chance.
That's happening in 12 minutes.
Yep,
matters.
Yeah,
okay, it matters. These games matter, even though, there's a lot of people out there say I don't want to watch the Bengals game because Joe Burrow is out for the season. Bro, then you're gonna miss a hell of a game. Okay, you're gonna miss a hell of a game. Okay, there's a lot of people who said, "Oh, the Lions have that number 3 spot locked up. I'm not gonna watch it." Okay, well then you're gonna miss a hell of a game. You know, and if you're a fan of football, you're gonna watch these games because these games are gonna matter. They're gonna let you know where these teams are gonna get into the playoffs, if they even get into the playoffs. You know,
What we got next?
What we got next is
Mo swayed me, and at this point, I'm Team Mo. Let's fucking go. Let's go, Broncos.
Yeah.
All right. So, folks,
my guy Sutton has to do something
for the end. Okay, before tip off of the first game, and even though I don't have any graphics ready for it because I didn't think we were going to make it. I do want to quickly give the guys
lack of faith in the host. Jesus.
Sunday's game. Fuck you, Tyler, for talking shit about this. All of these goddamn graphics that I put up.
And you couldn't make 2 more. Get the fuck out of here.
No.
Wow.
Just so you guys know, if you want to know what a piece of shit is, look up in the Webster's dictionary. Go straight to piece of shit. Okay.
You go to urbandictionary.com. Piece of shit.
Blow his face up. Make him the only screen right now. Make him the only screen so they can see it nice. Make him the one screen right now.
Yeah, that's a piece of shit in Urban Dictionary. It's the fucking big dog. Papa Spank Daddy is what it is.
Oh my God. This is what you asked for.
Yes, you're right.
You're loving it, Corey. You're loving this energy, baby. Don't act like you're sitting here all chill and stuff. You need some energy. Most of y'all weren't fucking bringing it. God damn.
No, my guy Justin came in with it too.
Let me get into this.
He did.
Real quick. Sunday, we got a couple real choice games that we can quickly give our takes on since we don't have time to discuss it today. Okay. Sunday, Chicago versus Cleveland. Around the horn. Who wins that game? Start with Justin. We're gonna go left to right. Go straight through.
Browns, man. Browns over
Cleveland.
Yeah, dude, Browns.
Mo?
The Browns.
Beautiful. Tampa Bay versus Green Bay. Good game. Good game. Playoff implications right there, buddy.
I got Green Bay.
Thank you.
Bucks.
Fuck off. Go, Pack, go.
Packers. Fuck the Muffin Man.
Fucking go.
You know what, Corey? Hold on.
That's why I'm team Mo all the time now. Whenever he fucking wants from me, I'm gonna do everything. I'm gonna do everything he says at this point.
Corey just went lone wolf. We have to, we have to.
Yeah, he can starve while we're all eating.
Houston versus Tennessee.
Who?
What team?
You know what? We're gonna skip it. Doesn't fucking matter. That's what that is. Doesn't fucking matter.
Sleeping. You should have done crickets.
Yeah. A game that does matter. New York versus Miami.
If Hill plays, are we gonna question that if he plays or not? Or
I'll tell you what, give me both.
If he plays, Miami wins. If he doesn't, Miami wins.
Go ahead, Corey.
Miami. Is that the real Zach Wilson shows up again?
Dude, it's Miami. Come on.
Mo.
Jalen Ramsey ain't dead. Xavier Howard ain't dead. Let's go Miami.
There we go.
All right. Well, you guys already know that I went lone wolf. If Hill doesn't play, Jets win. If Hill does play, Miami beats the dog shit out of him.
You can have the scraps when we're done.
Yeah. Kansas City versus New England.
Wow. Crickets.
Come on, bro.
Crickets.
Come on, bro. Kansas City taking that.
Kadarius Toney, false start.
Come on, man. It's the Chiefs. They sold the Florida State logo. It's Chiefs.
Yes. Chiefs.
Okay. Unanimous. Okay. Tommy DeVito. Giants against New Orleans.
Oh, New Orleans. All day.
Saints. They need it.
Dude, it's Saints go marching, man.
Okay. Gentlemen,
what?
Atlanta, another game that matters against Carolina.
Whoa. Someone said Giants.
You know who said Giants.
Good. I said the Giants too. Okay. Atlanta versus Carolina.
The shit bowl, Atlanta. Shit bowl. That's fucking garbage.
Awesome name for that game.
Dude, it's the blow it up bowl, man. Fuck it.
The stadium gonna be fucking empty.
Dude, it's a blow it up bowl. Who gives a shit? Crickets. Dude, who gives a fuck who wins?
Atlanta.
Okay. Commanders versus the Rams.
Rams. They finna random.
That's a tough one. I'll say Rams, though.
It's not
I'll
tough.
say Rams. It
Ram
depends on which Stafford's been showing up because he's been.
Dude.
Super Bowl.
Tyler.
Commanders are getting rammed by the LA Rams.
He got him like, what the fuck? No. The Rams, they get rammed.
It's the Rams. It's the Rams.
And you call me freaky man, and you over there doing that.
All right. An obvious one. San Francisco versus the Arizona Cardinals.
Crickets. Next.
Yeah.
The Cardinals, bro. No, I'm just playing.
I ain't going long wolf. Nah, the fuck that. I was fucking with y'all. I ain't doing that shit. All right. Dallas Buffalo. Honestly, don't let your hate fucking tell you. Give me a real honest take. I know Justin's going Buffalo.
Thank you. Overrated, right? I'm telling you.
He's Josh Allen all day.
Overrated.
Corey? Realistically,
a tough game.
Let your hate get you.
I don't have hate. That's the thing.
I know you don't.
Like I said, he's got to show up in its due time. But you know what? I'm gonna go with Dallas this time. I'm gonna give Dakota some love.
Tyler?
I'm going with the Bills. It's just I want to see more out of the Cowboys. I just want to see more out of them. That's it.
There's nothing wrong with that. Mo?
Can we go to the next game?
Okay.
Damn.
It's just
Cowboys.
Damn.
I'm not going to hate on you.
It's Cowboys.
Because you're going to wear that uniform at the end of the season, so it doesn't matter.
They got to make the Super Bowl. Don't do that.
Hey, I already priced out your jersey. Baltimore, Jacksonville. Good fucking game. Game of the week, guys.
Yeah, that's a good game.
Game of the week. You can see the jerseys on these two guys. You see the hats on these two guys. Game of the week. Baltimore, Jacksonville. Justin.
Baltimore, man.
I don't have to ask Corey. Tyler.
Going with the Ravens.
Damn. This one's going to be split. I'm going Jacksonville.
I'm sorry, Mo. I'm sorry.
I'll be at that game. And I'll be sitting up there rooting for you know who. You see it. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Fucking love it.
Awesome.
Love that energy, baby.
Game of the week. Thank God that game's 8:00. Okay. Monday night. Eagles versus Seattle. In Seattle. Wearing your Seattle hat.
They're getting eaten the fuck up is what's about to happen. Those Eagles are about to have a nice Seahawk dinner.
Wearing that hat.
Admit it.
This game, Justin.
Fucking
in
admit
Seattle.
Seattle, take it, bro.
Ah!
That's what I like.
Believe that.
You stand by your fucking team. You hear
I
me?
love it.
Stand by your fucking team.
Balling, bro. Gino balling, bro.
The Eagles. What else is going on?
Oh, fuck was
Natural
that?
for you, by the way, Corey.
Because that's what's going to happen. That's all Seahawks going to be doing.
Whoa.
Yo, they like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe. I just want to try to know we here every Wednesday, Saturday.
Dude, it's Eagles, man. You see, I mean, sorry, Justin. Seahawks don't stand a chance. Eagles are eating all day.
Mo.
Eagles.
Okay.
Play my lone wolf.
Fuck it. You lone wolf. You earned it. Okay. But I still respect it because you stood by your fucking team.
You got to respect it. I got to give it to him, man.
I'll be doing that next week.
Gentlemen, your parting takes. 2 minutes left before tip off. Give me your parting takes.
Justin.
Start with you.
Man.
From left to right.
For everybody watching right now, I appreciate you guys tuning in to the first live show from the Hit Podcast. We here every Wednesday and Saturday. We take all the comments, even though I mainly see Adam in the comments and everything like that. He's been going bananas. But let us know how you feel about Tyler on the show, man. We gotta think about we're gonna keep him or not. I mean, I kind of like him, but let me know.
That motherfucker trash where he dogged the Cowboys. Fuck him.
Yeah, he's going bananas, but you know what I'm saying? Just like, comment, subscribe, man. We here every week. This wouldn't be possible without you guys, man. So I thank you guys, and yeah, man, just keep it from the hip, bro.
Thank you for watching us. Tyler brings a lot of diversity to the team, so I think he's a good addition. It'll make things a lot better, a lot of fun. But thanks for sticking with us for our first live, and go Ravens.
Tyler, welcome
Appreciate
to the show. I'm glad you were here. Thank you.
My first time guest? Is this the first guest?
Your first-time guest, you're always welcome. You're part of the family. That's what happened to Mo. Mo came on as a guest, never fucking left. We never kicked him out. We love him.
Hey, all I'm saying, hey guys, let me know if you want me to stay. I'd love to join this and be a part of it. I'll definitely start paying more attention to Kansas City Chiefs and just listen to the Swift shit if I have to, just to do it. But I appreciate you guys bringing me on. I'd love to keep doing this. And Adam going live every time, that's a fucking insane take. But I love it. But appreciate it. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Mo, get us out of here.
Hey, man, y'all saw what happened on this live show. I say we keep Papa Spank Daddy on this damn show. I like the live effect. I like that you can't mute me. You can't mute me now, Anthony. Anthony, hell of a show. Justin brought the energy. My dog, Corey, I hate your guts until the game is over Sunday. We finna whoop that ass. Go Jags. From the Hip Podcast. I told you.
At least he kept his clothes on.
He kept his clothes on.
You gonna take our clothes off?
Well, we never fucking know when it comes to Marcellus. All right, but hold on, wait. I keep forgetting I got this button. Yeah, it works. I just keep forgetting to hit it. My bad. No, but folks, thank you so much for tuning in. It's 1:00. It's game time. Saturday Showdown. And like always, guys, I just appreciate you. Thank you for watching. And as always, let's keep it football and let's keep it from the hip. Have a good one, y'all.